Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ordinary here, bringing you episode 11 as the GM of Team Japan. And last episode we had the trade deadline. We did a quick sim, or a cut straight to the end of the year. We finished with 39 wins, 35 losses, and 8 overtime losses. So, surprisingly strong finish. If you look here, it's a win streak of 5. And 7 out of our 8 last games were wins, so we had a really strong end to the season. Still didn't make the playoffs, and it's almost a shitty thing that we did have that strong finish, because now our pick is it's 10th overall, I think is what it was. So we might have to trade up here at the draft if there's a player that that looks good. So we'll sim straight up to that. I'll just cut from here to the point of where they announced the cup winner, so you don't have to sit through a bunch of boring bullshit. Alright guys, so simulation is done. It looks like the Sharks ended up taking home the Stanley Cup, and the Syracuse Crunch won the Calder. So what that's not it's not the Avalanche. I don't know. It's not the Kings. It's not the. Is it the Ducks? No, that's one of the Norfolk. It's the Ducks. Who knows? Anyways, no, I don't want to play the prospect game, but what we do want to do is look at the prospect game player stats after we check out the list of retirees here. So chances are we didn't lose anybody. Oh, we did. Rob Scuderi and Tyler Gaudet, who never played a game for us. Goaltenders, didn't lose anyone there. Any big names? Aginla's gone, St. Louis gone, Datsuk's gone, Richards is gone, Tanguay, Doan, Boyle. Then we're getting to less and less points. Not gonna update shit. Alright, so GM options, scouting, prospect, game, player stats. We're looking for high overalls. So not 50, not 46. High 70s would be fantastic. Definitely not on the white team. And not on the... Did I accidentally hit it twice? Okay, I keep thinking I see something, but my eyes are just not keeping up. 64, but that's still not good. Let's take a look at goaltenders. See if there's any surprise goalies there. No, so nothing good out of the Canadian leagues. Let's look at Scouting Central and see if there's any Americans that aren't playing in the OHL. Or Russians or something. Sergei Kapibulin, or Habibulin, Ivan Varlamov, Graham Okposo. So it's like these are the two we might be able to get. 6'5", 244 right wing. Jesus. Like if you scouting profile, is that gonna tell me what league he's in? League. Russian D, I guess. Guess he's in the Russian league. And Varlamov, he's also in Russia. So maybe we pull one of these guys, because we saw that none of these guys are very good overall wise. Didn't look like there was anyone we need to trade up for, unfortunately, which I wouldn't have minded doing, especially if it was someone with a high overall. So we're 9th and we're 13th. So shit, that means we could have bundled two picks up and moved to like 5th or 4th even with that. So that's too bad. No, there's no point in us trading up. Alright, so who can we grab at 9th? We can grab Habibulin or Varlamov. One's a power forward, one's an offensive defenseman. Okposo, who do we want? power forward. I mean, there's a good chance this guy can be a top 6 player for us. Power forwards never really ever work in this game. You know, he's just so big. We gotta take him. So big. Okay, what's going? This happened last time too, for fuck's sakes. You're trying to get me to scout. No, just let me draft. Fuck. Alright, there we go. Varlamov goes next. There's Okposo. I was thinking about taking him. Looks like that's not going to happen. Jesse Mills, defensive defenseman. We know that all these players are kind of shit from seeing them in the prospect game. But Chara, the grinding centerman, might not be a bad pick. Two-way forward, left winger. We got another offensive defenseman from Poland. That's not a very Polish name. Riley Burnett. One of you guys told me to pick up this guy, Mangiapane. It says he gets a good shot. There's no un-Canadian league. Hey, here's one. I'm not going to dip that deep. That's dumb. I don't need another defenseman. We just drafted one. Ronning isn't very good. It's either this Chara or I dip down to Mangiapane or Riley Burnett. But I don't need another offensive defenseman. We just took one. So Chara or Mangiapane. I'm going to take Chara. There's a good chance that at 13th overall you're not going to get someone that can be in the top 6 anyways. So Mangiapane ended up going 23rd. Auto draft seems we don't even have a second or a third or anything decent, so we're done there. We can hit straight into the re-sign stage. Who had the first pick? Was it Buffalo? I think it might have been. Shit. Wouldn't be a bad idea to go and see where some of these top guys went. So none of the guys we just drafted are 4.5 gold, which is too bad, but that's how she goes. Habib Bulin, our 9th overall, he's 4 gold stars. That's pretty decent. And Char's 3.5. So yeah, I could see a grinding center, either 4th or 3rd line, and then offensive defenseman with 4. Oh, what? Did I not? Huh. Okay, I'm an idiot, so I could have taken the one defenseman. Oh well. What are you gonna do, right? Fuck, I'm stupid. I don't even know what I'm doing. Orlov, re-sign this guy. We just traded for him last episode. If he wants 3 years, it's gonna go up. Yeah, so keep it at 2. 2 years, $2.5 million. 2.25, sorry. Unsigned, Habib Bulin. Definitely want to sign him. He is only 58 overall, so that's unfortunate. We drafted him because I didn't think that he would be as low as he is, so that's too bad. I was hoping he'd be in the 70s because we didn't get to see his overall on the player stats. It was a gamble, didn't work. Sometimes that's how she goes. 75 overall at 23 is Scott Harrington, so hopefully he can get a good jump for us this year. It looks like, judging off of his requested salary, that's not going to happen, though, which is too bad. Habib Bulin we just signed. Dmitry Orlov we just signed. Andrew Shaw. 79 at 24 overall. If we bump him, it's not going to go up too much. I think we'll be able to get him for 1.37. No big deal. I was going to say, saw it is right there. Zizekas, another new trade acquisition. 78 overall at 25, but he's got the green star, so hopefully he gets a big jump for us. It looks like he probably will, just because of his requested salary. So we're just going to give him the 1 year right now and sneak him in with a cheap deal next year in case he doesn't work out. Chara, definitely want to sign him. What was he? 56 overall. So none of the risky signings turned out to be anything, unfortunately. I was hoping we could sneak in a 70 or a 60, but you don't see those guys until the later years of the draft normally. Check out goalies just in case. I don't want to be missing any prospect goalies. I am not. Tokarski will re-sign for a year. But other than that, that should be all our prospects. Now we got to sign Patrick Kane, Hagelin, these guys. And we gave them big one-year deals that were inflated. Ooh, Orlov didn't like the deal I gave him, so we got to get him back too. Alright, so Patty Kane. What's going to be cheapest? 6 years. We could probably get 6 years at 8 mil. I think we'd be able to lowball him. 6 years at 8 mil would be a steal for him. Reed Boucher. Forgot to re-sign him. Ooh, he's gonna. Ooh, he jumped up to 84 already. He was an 82 or an 81 when we traded for him, so that's really good. If he gets another jump in the offseason, that'll be stellar. $3 million for him. Yeah. Tyrell. Don't need to worry about that right now. Orlov, we do have to worry about. Years 2 is fine. What did we give him? 2.25 last time? Or did I really try to lowball him? This will go through. What else? Hainsey, don't have to worry about. He's good as gone. McGinn, don't have to worry about. Koska, don't have to worry about. Kozin, just 2.5 stars, just a crap. Might as well give him a really crappy low deal. Hopefully he turns into something. What else do we have? Anybody at all? Simulate so I can do a better job of sorting it next time. So we did offer quite a few contracts. We got Patrick Kane, we got Orlov, we got Boucher, we got Kozin. Alright, so if we sort it this way. Hainsey, don't need. Jokinen, we're not going to cut just yet. Koska, we can cut. McGinn, I'm not going to cut him yet. Same with Tyrell. Kunakel, is it worth? Yeah, we might as well resign the guy. He doesn't. He wants like league minimum anyways, so not a problem there. Broadhurst, no, might as well just release the guy. He's not going to turn into anything. Same with Melindy. And then we got a bunch of unsigned auto-drafted guys that we don't have to worry about signing. Okay, so that does it. Let's take a look at where we lay for players and needs and shit like that. Kane, Bourneval, Boucher. That's the first line. Or Hagelin went down to 84. So yeah, it probably will be Boucher up there. Kuznetsov, Hagelin, second line center. We don't want Tyrell to be the second line center again. Although he did do quite well for us that time. We are going to re-sign him because he did have a good season. You don't want less? No. Okay. How about 2.25 for 1 year? That should go through no problem. Jokinen, we'll see what he wants. If he wants third line money, I'm okay with that. We'll give him 2.25, just like Tyrell. He should take that if he knows what's good for him. So that puts the third line as Jokinen, Tyrell, and Sod. Bennett hopefully gets a jump. Shaw, Adam, McGinn, we don't have re-signed. But we have players like Mateau, Cizikas, Reinhardt to step up, so McGinn can go. And let's take a look at defensemen, because we did cut, what's his dick? Hainsey. So Ellerby and Postman stayed at 84. Orlov, Martin, that's 3-4. Hahn, Delorier, hopefully one of those two guys or both of those guys gets jumps. But we're looking like a solid enough team to head into free agency and make some signings. We need a goalie really badly. Hopefully there's a goalie there that we can pick up. That's number one for us right now, would be picking up a goalie with our $30 million in cap space, second line center, and 3 and 4, or just some really good defensemen. So 2 defensemen, a second line center, and a starting goalie. Hopefully we can find some of those things in free agency, because that would make our lives a lot easier. Speed it up. Here we go. So take those top free agents with a grain of salt, because we know that NHL 14 does not load your shit until you go in. So Ryan Callahan, ooh, Giordano, that would be a good pickup. Bloom would be a good. Ooh, there's some really good free agents this year, boys. No second line center, unfortunately, but there's some players that we could definitely use, and they don't want too much money. Let's take a look at the goalies. Ooh, there's no goalies though. That really blows for us. We're gonna have to make some sort of trade for one, because we're not going into the season with Tokarski as our starter if we wanna finally make the playoffs this year, which I would not mind doing. So Ryan Callahan, Giordano, first of all, is who I would prefer over any of these other guys. He wants to. Ooh, if he drops on 3-year big time, asking price. Yeah, I'm happy with giving him that. Sure. Callahan. Might as well pick him up too. Wants 4 years at $6 million. Bump that up to match Giordano. Bloom. He's offensive, isn't he? Pretty sure. 4 stars. Yeah, pick him up. 5.5. It's a little steep for an 85 overall, but I mean, we have the money to spend. So that took us to about 17, 18 mil. And that gives us $7 million left to sign a centerman. We need a centerman. Is there any prospect? Is there anyone that could jump into that centerman spot? No, not really. Overall, if we sort by overall, do any of these guys have colored stars? Jesus Christ. Petrecki's like the... Jeez, no one, hey? So there's no potential forwards really at all. They're all defensemen. Rask is Eunice Rask at 77 overall, 3 gold stars is the best option. So that's not a good enough option. Brassard we could pick up. He's got a cheap enough requested salary, and he is an upgrade over Dana Tyrell, so might as well. Hopefully all these players agree to sign with us. We have $4 million left. Is there a prospect goalie that maybe will get a jump? There's a 4-star goalie, Oleg Duryuk. Edu Lorikainen. McCollum. He could get a jump. Yeah, I'm gonna sign one goalie and it's gonna be him. Unless Duryuk wants nothing. Yeah, both these guys don't want much. And I know we have at least room for 2 goalies, so might as well sign these guys. Alright. Hopefully, I didn't bump his thing up at all there, so hopefully he's okay with that. Sim, a couple of weeks. That should let us know where we stand. Ooh, we got Duryuk, the 4-star goalie. Don't know how to pronounce that. So we got Brassard, and we got McCollum, so we're still waiting on the big names here. We didn't get Giordano, which sucks, because that's the one I really wanted. We got Callahan and we got Bloom, but we didn't get Giordano. So I'm going to pause this real quick. Stop. Probably giving him the extra year was something he wasn't excited about, which hindsight probably shouldn't have done, but what are you going to do, right? Klitzum and Fane are available. We still have $12 million now that we lost out on fucking Giordano, prick. So we really only shit. we could go for Petrecki and hope that he gets a jump, but that's a risk. He's only 3 stars. Who's better between Klitzum and Fane? We'll sign one of these guys. I think Klitzum. Although Fane had a lot more points. But he played on the Sharks, and the Sharks dominated last year, and they won the Cup. So I'm happy here with Klitzum, I think. Okay. Yeah, it sucked. There's no one really good available left anyways. Hopefully there's some 26-year-olds we can pick up here in the beginning of September. That sucks. Alright guys, free agency has been successfully simulated. I have to keep simming up to the thing where it tells you like, no, we want you to do this. Because that's when players will get their jumps, so keep waiting for that. Come on. There we go. So now that we have that, that means we can look at our players. Bournemouth did not jump. Boucher did not jump. Kuznetsov jumped 1. Brassard stayed the same. Callahan jumped 1. Hagelin dropped 1. Tyrell stayed the same. Jokin stayed the same. Shaw stayed the same. Adam jumped 2. And Saw jumped 1. Or did he drop 1? I think he might have dropped 1. In the system, Delorier got up to 81, so we'll pull him up. He can, ooh. Looks like our defensemen are all 81s or above, though. Maybe he won't come up then. Didn't mean to do that. Shit. Zizekas. Okay. 1 sec, you guys. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So that puts our lines and that defense not the worst. I mean, we pulled Orlov. I was hoping he would jump higher than 83, but he's a solid third for us. Like, so I guess Ellerby is kind of expendable now. I mean, putting him down here would be better, but I would like to have like an 86 or 87 next to Bloom. Like, I feel like we're missing our number 1 defenseman. Over on offense, same thing on the wing. I mean, we could put Callahan up, but I mean, we don't want to grind our first line really. So anything like that, and then in goal, it looks like McCollum did get a small jump, but I mean, 83 is more what I'm looking for the backup. So depending on what we can see for low trade value here, from the 26-year-olds, that'll kind of decide what kind of trades we have to make. So let's go to I'm in trading block. This video's already running long. Well, I guess not with all the shit that I've cut out. Trade block. Cut. Forwards that are 26. Alright. Who do we got here? Christo, the 86 overall sniper. There's someone. So there's definitely a piece that could go on the first line left wing, even though he's a right winger. Definitely want to pick up him. McMillan, we can trade for him. I mean, we had him in Phoenix's system, but trading for him makes it okay. Same with Dalpy. But Christo, definitely for sure, we're going to pick him up right away. But before we do that, let's take a look at defensemen, see if New York Rangers have any defensemen that are easy to get. This is kind of more what I'm excited about. Kobe Roback is at 87, and he's easy-ish to get compared to all the other 87s. So maybe we go, even though he's got the worst haircut, like, fucking figure it out. You look like such a mong. I don't want to get him because he's just so stupid looking, but it would almost be dumb not to. So we go for Roback. Gardner's another option. although he's only 86 overall. Someone like Scandella, 85, with really low trade value. Gardner is actually significantly lower than Roback, and he doesn't look so stupid. Like, I don't know, just looks so. Oh my god, it's like I can't look at that. Okay, no, I'm just gonna stop. So Gardner from Toronto, Roback from Florida, Christo from the Rangers. Let's just see who the Rangers got here. Nobody. So that's not even an option. And back to forwards one more time. See if maybe Florida or Toronto have anyone. Florida's got Jimmy Hayes at 82 overall. That doesn't look too much cheaper than it should be. And the Toronto Maple Leafs have Zach Ronaldo, who's not so much cheaper than he should be either. So it's definitely Christo. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Matching block, who they want. You can pretty much have anybody. Cizikas, he still has 1 year to get better, so I don't want to give up on him. But right now it's Bourneval, Brassard, Tyrell, and then DeHaan, I think, or Adam. It's Adam right now. We could give them Adam or DeHaan. Mateau, we can trade. They want these youngish guys. That's what they're looking for. Reinhardt, we should actually maybe be playing now that he's 80 overall. And trade away one of our centermen. So Cizikas, DeHaan, or not DeHaan, Cizikas or Adam. Cizikas is going to have more trade value to pull. No, it's going to have to be Cizikas. Okay. Cizikas for Christo straight up. That'll go through. Okay, we got him. Roster moves. Yeah, figured out. Back out. Best roster. We're not even nearly done this. Back to the trading block. Defenseman. You know what we should look at actually is goalie first before I get ahead of myself. 85, we could pull Hutchinson. That's at least a starter. It's at least a starter. At 85. We have McCollum at 83, but I mean, it's decent upgrade. 4, 3.5, 4 is Hutchinson. Hackett's the same. 4, 4, 4. Allen, 4, 4.5, 4.5. But he's got the most trade value, so. I mean, it makes more sense to go for Hutchinson, even though he's got the lower stats in all the categories because of the trade value. Allen, it's like, it's tiered appropriately right now. So we know Winnipeg. What about here? I'm going to be sorting for days through free agents. Never mind. Winnipeg, do they have any defensemen to go along with? Nope, just Bogosian, who's too good to get. So it is looking like Gardner's our best bet. Roback and Delzato are actually, but he's, yeah, okay. I like the idea of going for Gardner. See what it's going to take us. It does free us up to give away a defenseman. Like I said, it could be Ellerby, although I'd rather keep him. It might be hard to make the trade go through if I do keep him, so. Yeah, it's going to have to be Ellerby. I can't see anyone else that makes sense. Ellerby for him straight up. It's not going to go through because I don't want to give him up. Try it first. Okay, didn't think so. Goalies. The prospect goalie we just signed, we could use the trade, but he is 4.5, or he's just 4. So we could give him up. But you're not supposed to do that, so we're going to keep him and trade him for a goalie rather than for a player. Tokarski and Whitney, we don't need both, so Tokarski maybe will make this... Oh, no, they can't take a goalie, so never mind. Never mind any of that. Adam can go, because Reinhardt's going to take that spot. Let's just look at centers. Okay, so centers, it's Bourneval first, Brassard, Tyrell, and then Reinhardt. So Kunik and Adam can both go. They don't want Kunik, they want Adam, so put him in. Wingers. Boucher on the first line, Hagelin on the second, Jokinen on the third, Sod on the fourth. That works for me. We're definitely going to want to bring Bo Bennett up. So one of these guys could go. It could be Jokinen, and then put Bennett on the third line. I'm happy with that, as long as we have enough right wingers. So Kane, Callahan, Christo, Kuznetsov. We have plenty of right wingers. So I'm okay with putting Jokinen in on this trade. We're going to have to pull back something if they want to give away anything. Hopefully they do. No, they don't. Shit. So just something with no trade value. That and that. Let's see if this goes through. Yep. And then let's see if we can't get Allen from St. Louis for our prospect goalie. Alright. We have a little bit more trade value, but both names are white, so there's a good chance it doesn't go through. We'll give it a go, though. No. We are going to have to add to this, and I was expecting that. So we have a logjam at right wing with Shaw. To be honest, Kuznetsov is almost the odd man out. Or we have good wingers now. The thing. Sod. You know what? Hold up on this 1 second. I want to go back to the forwards. Take a look. And look at centers. McMillan. No. There's no bona fide second line center, hey? I was hoping we could find someone and we could flip Brassard and pick up one of these. But there's not really a point. Dalpy, playmaker. Playmaker. Is Brassard on here anywhere? Where's Brassard? Oh, he's probably too old. He's not 26. Okay. One more time. Take a look at just left wingers. Still nothing too crazy. Alright, never mind. That didn't really help me out at all. So Allen is the goalie I want. Decided. It's going to take our prospect goalie, which is okay. Sometimes you just got to give shit up. And then it's going to take one of our centers, and we can grab one of the other centers. That's cheap to get. 'Cause we don't need Brassard necessarily, even though we did just sign him. This is going to take our GM rep down a lot. It's overpayment. It's overpayment. I can't take myself. Can't do it. They want this guy. Let's just give them some shit they want. Maybe they want like a... No, they don't want any of our picks. Dahan. I don't want to give up. But for this player I will. Now they can't grab that. Jesus. Someone signed, please. There we go. Not going to go through. Take off Dahan. Take off Pochero. Take off Tarnaski. Put in either Brassard or Tyrell. I don't know. One of the two. Who did better last year? Brassard, 31 points in 82 games. Tyrell, 37 points in 82 games. Ended up being a +2 on our team. Brassard's coming from Columbus. Or is he coming from... No, he's coming from the Rangers. He came from Columbus to the Rangers. So on a Rangers team, but he could have been behind some good players and not getting the same amount of ice time. Huh. He's been maxed out for 3 seasons now, and he's only ever gotten 31 points. So you know what? He's probably overrated. He can go. We might even be able to pull something cool back for him. Right wingers, anyone? Defenseman, anyone? Nope. Picks. Second. Yeah, look at that second too. Rub it in. Man, that's such an overpayment, but what are you going to do? We need a goalie. Okay, so we got him. Now we need to pull a second line center, so what we're going to do for that is grab Zach Dalpe here. What did he get last season for points? He only played 24 games, got 4 points. Played almost a point per game in the Little Leagues, though. Pull him real quick. Might be able to just flip that second we got for him. No. They want our third too. Will that go through? Okay, there we go. So we basically got him for a third. And go back to edit lines. Make sure we have the right players up, because I noticed it wasn't. Edit lines. Go like this real quick. Bo Bennett definitely needs to be up. Who doesn't out of these guys? Tarnowski. Shaw, we're going to have to swap for Reinhardt. And I think that's it. Make sure we have the right goalies up. We don't need 3. Tokarski can go down. Now, best lines. See, this is what I meant with our wingers. Now we got just a strange string of wingers down the side. It wants to give Sam Reinhardt the second line center, which I'm actually not even against. If we go like that. Playmaker, playmaker, sniper. Playmaker, playmaker, sniper. Sniper, playmaker, two-way forward. Playmaker, playmaker, grinder. Two-way forward, sniper. Defense, we got Gardner would be up here with Blum. Postman with Orlov. 2 offensive defensemen, yikes. And then two-way forward, defensive defenseman. Yeah, that's okay. See, I think this should do it. We're going to do a little test run of the preseason before calling it quits on this video. We'll scout later. This video is about to be way too long, so. He wants us to make the playoffs this year, it just said. 4-1 win. 6-1 win. Looks like Jake Allen can keep some pucks out of the net, which is great. 3-9 loss. Maybe he can't keep pucks out of the net. Let's in at least, I'd probably say 6 before he got pulled. 7-1 loss. Ooh, Jesus. I thought we could keep pucks out of the net. 2 big wins, 2 big losses, too. This is going to decide our preseason, these last 2 games here. Decent loss. And even it up. Even up that record. Even it up, though. Even it up. No, another big loss. So, maybe I don't have the line set. Before we sign off, I'm just going to end it on this screen so you guys can see the pieces we have to work with. Let me know where you think these guys should end up. I'm definitely not going to record anything until I get some feedback from you for this, because it is a little bit awkward with the amount of right wingers we have compared to left wingers, and where do we put Sam Reinhardt? And just like we have the overalls, right? We got an 89, an 87, an 86, an 85, 3 84s. Like, we have some good players. It's just where do we put them? So let me know what we do with these offensive lines, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.